Hi everybody, welcome to Adventures After Dark. I'm your host. I'm Big Ed Mustafa, and I am delighted to be here. We've had a pretty good week in Lotro. I managed to finish up the epic storyline in Mirkwood, except for the epilogue, of course, which is rather time consuming. But the important part is I got the skirmishes all unlocked for Mirkwood. And got a chance to go through those in three-man mode with Forbin Kid and with Egarther on Wednesday. And it was nice to get those added to my available options for group content. Also, did some mission running last night. Most of the rest of my adventures on Gladden Crew that I run with on Wednesdays have outleveled me. I've been spending too much time playing Warships and Apex and not enough time questing off stream. So I had been running some missions last night on Trestle Bridge just to try to get a little bit of extra XP under my belt, and got up to 73rd. I'd like to get to 75th so we can actually do the Isengard instances as a group, and I'm the one holding back everybody. So I was going to see if maybe I could crank out another level or two tonight. We'll see how it goes. And I am told by people who like to level that missions are a good way to do it. So we will see. Oh, nice. I popped that enhanced XP supply and then immediately got one as a Hobbit present too. So yeah, let's go do that. And if I can get through these quick enough, maybe I can actually do something fun. Mind Data Pack checking in. Hi all. Ed, do you watch the flying traffic? It is very crazy. So many military planes. Zinger checking in. Hi, Zinger. I generally don't follow the flying traffic. I am more than a little bit of an airplane enthusiast, but unfortunately these days taking care of Mrs. M is my full-time hobby. She's doing good, by the way. She had physical therapy again today and got a good workout in. And the physical therapist who worked with her on Wednesday was like, so who worked you harder, me or him? And I told Christy, her other physical therapist, I was like, oh, Jason was way harder on her. Yeah, my wife said that you were a cream puff compared to him. And so hopefully I set Mrs. M up for a tough workout on Monday. I love her, but I want her to get strong. So hopefully they'll put her through her paces. But I made dinner tonight. I followed a recipe. There's a YouTuber. He's a chef from Seoul, South Korea. His channel is Aaron and Claire on YouTube. And he posts easy to follow Asian recipes, including Korean dishes. So I finally got around to making one of his recipes. It was ground beef bulgogi. And I had almost everything on hand to make it except for the ground beef, and I bought some jalapenos because he says to add chili. And it turned out really good, and Mrs. M actually liked it and ate her whole dinner, which was nice because I gave her a lot of it. We had rice and kimchi to go with the ground beef bulgogi, and it was tasty, and I had a couple of plates of it, and we cleaned it all up. So that might get into the rotation a little more commonly. Was any of the stuff an upgrade for you? Yeah, I actually did slot quite a few pieces. I think, let's take a look. Most of the armor? I mean, it was kind of hit and miss, but with me not getting the set bonuses, and several pieces of jewelry also were upgrades. So very much appreciate you sending me that stuff, Singer. Thank you for that. On top of being the lowest level, I also seem to be the squishiest a lot of times. So Zinger getting me some fresh gear is helpful. Yeah, I went a little heavy with the green onion on top, but it actually adds a nice bit of freshness to the dish. Plus, I wasn't going to use those green onions for anything else anytime soon, so I figured, we'll go heavy on the green onion. You use the green tops for garnish at the end, and the white bottoms you dice up, and it's actually the first thing you cook in the wok to flavor the oil. Scallion oil is yummy and fragrant. Makes the whole house smell good. I guess I'm done. Now, for some reason, when I did this last night, all of these had little twists to them. Like when I got back up to the top and got near the reward chest, all of a sudden a bunch of orcs spawned in out of nowhere. Yeah, like that. That was really weird. Of course, I didn't have to fight anybody on my way down. This looks like it might just be a little buggy. You will die a slow, slow death. Why, who else am I fighting? Everybody else is dead. Guess I'm gonna have to fight the gang leader too. Or I'll fight both of the gang leaders. Okay, mission rewards. And I've got shadows grabbing at me. Yeah, that's not annoying. Seriously, piss off. I want to finish this. Can I potion my way out of that? I don't know if that helped or not. Cannot do that in... Why does it say I'm still in combat? That wasn't what I was shooting for. Oh well. I guess I really only care about the XP. That was just annoying. Alright. Oh yeah, I don't need to barter with you, but thanks. What were we doing? Clicking on that. Inquiring Minds wants to know. Says I'm new. There's Forbin Kid. Hi, Forbin Kid. Garther says you got some free hugs. Elder Slade ones you like better? I actually came out here and ran these and got the travel points, and I don't know. Just seemed to be handy.
What can I do for you?
There we go. Enemies approach from all sides, but they come one by one very slowly, so I don't think it'll be much of a problem. Update got my name fixed today. The Went was missing. Well, that's good. I think that torchbearer set himself on fire. Must have been protesting the war. He did not make it. Well, I'm very depressed because I'm out of Coke Zero, but I have a cure for that. It's called Coke Zero. Should always have a spare Coke Zero handy. Rest a moment and regroup by the third banner. Gotta love spell check. Come here, you. I think these torchbearers are immolating themselves. Anyway, I find mission running a little dull, but it is quick and easy, and the XP is not bad. Wildwood? Seriously? Missions are missions. What difference does it make which missions I run? Plus I have the travel point to here, so getting here is quick and easy. Although I realize I can use a far-reaching stable master. What am I supposed to be doing? Guess I need to get the summoning horn and summon the NPC. Which is a little annoying, because if you're a burglar, you can't sneak as easily with the NPC following you. What else are you going to do? Ed could do Mirkwood dailies. I'm done with Mirkwood. I got all of the skirmishes unlocked, and I am... Careful, Ed. You might be considered a completionist. Oh, you can dismiss him right after you summon him. No kidding. That is good to know. Perhaps it's time to do your Grand Stairs dailies. Oh, good call. I just wish Bria was here. She probably still needs 3 more trolls. So shout out to Bria Starstrider. She is waiting on new glasses and hasn't been able to play with us this week. Also, I want to give a shout out to my friend Christian, who plays Lotro. And I found out that he is in the hospital with a kidney stone. So best wishes for a speedy recovery to him. Ouch indeed. Yeah, the only stones I'm interested in are the rolling kind. Hey, we finally found some bad guys. I'm not sure, actually. Kind of wondered that myself. The bad guys will all spawn when you want to leave. Yeah, it sounds about right. To answer Freelancer's question, I'm guessing discolored urine might be a pretty obvious symptom. It's like, why is this brown or red? Oh, don't forget to nab the free fishing game on Ep. Will do. Thank you for the reminder. Ten of 10. Now, who the hell did you aggro? I would assume that the other thing would lead to the X-ray. Arthur says, sorry to crush everyone's hopes and dreams, but I just informed that the chickens have escaped the hedge maze. Dang it.
What do you need?
I need a lover that won't drive me crazy. Some girl who'll thrill me and then go away. I think I saw a news story that John Cougar Mellencamp was doing a concert somewhere and he got heckled, so he just ended the concert. He was like, I'm an old man, I don't need this, and just stopped the concert. Which is kind of funny. Hey everybody who paid for tickets for this concert, thank the guy who was heckling. He dropped the Cougar. It's just John Mellencamp. I don't care. I don't hate John Cougar. I can name a lot of rock acts I liked less than him, but wasn't a big fan. Although, ironically, I went to test a DVD writer I bought off of Temu for $11, and the first disc that I found was my wife's copy of American Fool. I don't mind his stuff when it comes on the radio. It's like, okay, whatever. But like, I think when Mrs. M and I were just getting in the car today at the end of physical therapy, I think 38 Special came on the radio, and I was like, ugh, that was a band I never liked. It's like if you've ever heard Hold On Loosely twice, that was at least once too many. Freelancer and I love to talk about old dinosaur rock bands for hours and hours. Although I was surprised, I don't think Freelancer's much of a fan of Peter Frampton. And I think Peter Frampton's coming to Omaha. I think I heard an ad for a concert. So I was never a huge Peter Frampton fan. I'd hear his stuff and be like, yeah, okay. But I have to say I've gained more of an appreciation for him. Although his career is interesting because it's like, if you read his wiki bio, it's like Peter Frampton was normally renowned for his live performances, and it's like, well, how did they find out to go to his live performances? It's like, you have to record something so that people want to come and see you play your music in order to get famous for your live act. I never quite got how Frampton Comes Alive went like triple platinum or whatever it was, when, if that's the first record anybody ever heard of him. I mean, I guess it's possible you put out a live album when nobody's heard of you and everybody's like, wow, that's fantastic, and it gets a bunch of airplay, but he must have done something before Frampton Comes Alive. I just never was able to figure out the chronological order of his career. Singer says, thanks Ark and Stone for paying hundreds of gold for my consumables. Exactly. Freelancer says, I should drop a link in Discord of two Hasidic rabbis who cover stuff like Sultans of Swing, Shine on You Crazy Diamond, Tears of Heaven. Oh, man, I tell you what, you mentioned, and it's a personal favorite. I can't suggest that it's like one of the greatest albums of all time, but if I'm just going to sit down at home and listen to tunes, Dire Straits' first album is one of my personal favorite albums. It's just got a groove and an energy to it that I just really dig, and I just enjoy the whole album. I just think it's terrific. Also a big fan of Love Over Gold, but it's just something about that first Dire Straits record. Freelancer says, Frampton Comes Alive went platinum within 4 hours. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like, if you don't know who Peter Frampton is, why would the whole world rush out to buy his triple live album? So that was a 3-record set, wasn't it? I mean, it wasn't like it was a small recording either. Got him. Return to wherever. Okay. Freelancer says nope, meaning it was a double album? Or was I thinking it was 3? I thought that was a triple album for some reason. I think a lot of things that probably aren't true, though. Like, My Wife Loves Me. Probably not true. That's okay. At least she needs me. Cal Jam soundtrack was 3 discs. That's kind of the problem with getting married, too. You got to be careful or you'll end up like me. Wake up one day after saying your wedding vows and realizing that you now own a copy of John Cougar's American Fool. It's like, ugh, how did this happen? Mrs. Mustafa married into the entire Rolling Stones album catalog, and I got both Spice Girl records. It's like, that's not fair.
How can I be of service?
And it's not like her taste in music is always horrible, but man, her record purchases are bad. I can't tell you how many like K-Tel Christmas albums we have. I had to pack all that stuff up and move it last summer too. Woman doesn't stay unless she loves. That's true. Oh, that kind of brings us around to the quote of the day, which I found highly amusing. The average woman falls in love 7 times a year. Only 6 are with shoes. Kenneth Cole. I've often joked that I fall in love about 20 times a day, but about 10 or 12 times is with my wife. The other 8 are me walking around out in the world going, ooh, shiny. So if any ladies are out there wondering, what attracts a man? Usually the answer is ladies. tall, short, blonde, brunette, redhead, white, yellow, brown, black. Doesn't matter. Finding that one perfect woman to marry was almost impossible, though. I had incredibly demanding standards. Whoever I was going to marry had to be able to put up with me, and that is a rare find indeed. My hubby is Zeppelin and I am country. Ah. Yeah, one of my wife's best friends, we went out to dinner with her and her then boyfriend, now fiance, a guy named Kevin, and I was trying to get to know Kevin a little bit. So just off the cuff, I was like, so Kevin, would you say you're more of a Beatles or a Stones fan? And he goes, oh, I don't really listen to rock music. And I found out in that instance that he was from somewhere out in western or central Nebraska. And I was like, oh, yeah, let's not hang out with him anymore. A lot of country western fans in Nebraska. And there is good country western music. So I will only leave it at that. There is such a thing. In fact, I found a bluegrass channel on Pandora that's really quite enjoyable. A lot of the modern country stuff that's basically just pop music with the twang, not really my cup of tea, but it's a great part about music and video games and movies and TV shows. Is whatever you like, you're not wrong. There's no disputing taste. And it's kind of funny, Beyonce's not the only artist to cross over to country and western. I think Bruce Springsteen's last 2 or 3 albums have all been country western. And they were good too. I was surprised that one of his more recent albums got released really quietly. I was glad to see a little bit of pub for the new one that just dropped. I'm old country Patsy Cline, and I like the blues. The one country, well, I own 2 country albums in my entire album collection, which is not insignificant in size. I think the wife and I have somewhere around 15 or 1,800 music CDs. I have 2 that I consider country western. Patsy Cline's Greatest Hits, and I have a country western album that Mark Knopfler of Dire Straits put out with a bunch of UK country artists called the Notting Hillbillies, and they had a radio track that got some album-oriented radio airplay back in the day called Your Own Sweet Way, and they do a lot of old covers, and it's kind of in Dire Straits fashion. It's just kind of a cool, laid-back album with a good vibe to it. It's just something else I like listening to when I'm by myself. But I should probably have some more Johnny Cash in my record collection. Yeah, I mentioned the bluegrass stuff, Roy Acuff, and a lot of those kinds of guys. I mean, there's a lot of good country western stuff. Toby Keith, not really missing anything by not owning any Toby Keith albums. When Brooks and Dunn opened for the Rolling Stones here in Omaha, that was a really good excuse to go buy a beer and maybe use the restroom. I don't know why they thought pairing those guys with the Rolling Stones was a good idea, but whatever. Whatever you're into. Yeah, I might have been the only person on Earth who wasn't a big fan of Garth Brooks back in the day. Didn't hate him, don't have a problem with him, just not my cup of tea. Although I did have a long-standing rule. Mrs. M would drag me to a lot of weddings, and it was understood that I would stay at the wedding right up until the DJ played the first country western song, and then it was time to go. Because the problem with it was if there was one country western song, there was going to be more. And it wasn't going to be Patsy Cline. Aurora checking in. Hi, Aurora. Don't get me wrong, I like a lot of Stevie Ray Vaughan. Stevie Ray Vaughan is very awesome. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the old blues masters, Willie Dixon, Muddy Waters. One time I accidentally bought the same Howlin' Wolf album twice because it was so good. I have the complete recordings of Robert Johnson. That's crazy to listen to sometime, to realize how huge his influence was on rock and roll. Freelancer says Knopfler is an Atkins certified guitarist and played on a number of country albums. That I can believe. Music likes and dislikes depend on the day and my mood. And with that comes line dancing, yes. And people enjoy that and they have fun and don't have a problem with that. In fact, back when I was single, at one point I was like wishing I had more of an affinity for it. Because I know for a certain time here in Nebraska, that would have been a very easy way to meet ladies. I didn't really want to auto-attack him, but okay. I have to admit, it maybe is a little surprising that my wife grew up in Hastings, Nebraska, and then went to high school in Yankton, South Dakota, and is not a fan of the country and/or Western music. But maybe the fact that she is originally from Seoul, South Korea, has something to do with that. I don't know. Hence the bulgogi for dinner. It's been quite the culinary week. We had a manager come in from out of town to help us with our network refresh project at the office. He flew up from Austin, which meant we got to go help him abuse his company Amex card for lunch a couple times. So Wednesday was sushi and sashimi at Hero 88. And yesterday we took him to an Ethiopian restaurant and got sauteed lamb and injera with salad and ranch dressing, and that was quite good. Oh, and spiced Ethiopian tea, which is super yummy. So I must not have gone all the way down here. I'm missing a couple of carts. It's kind of baffling. Maybe I didn't go up here? I didn't go up here. Okay. I was trying to figure out what I'd missed. Part of the fun of the Ethiopian food is you get to eat with your fingers. The bread is the eating utensil, and you just tear off pieces of bread and pick up the rest of your food with it. And sauteed spiced lamb is super yummy. Keller says, quick champion update. I finished Volume 3, Book 3 yesterday. Might do some wrap-up stuff in Enidwaith this weekend and prepare to go to Dunland. Good. Sounds like you're leveling a lot faster than I am, Antler. Singer says, you can eat any food with your fingers if you try hard enough. That's true. Except for, well, I suppose soup. But you might burn your fingers if you try eating your soup with just your hands. If you don't, then your soup's not hot enough. So without breaking etiquette, remembering that thing I said I was thinking of doing, and you said let you know when well, did first one today. Oh, awesome! It's not breaking etiquette. I know a lot of streamers don't like people talking about streaming or promoting their own streams. I am not that way, particularly if you are streaming Lotro. So yeah, very cool. And hopefully I didn't just mistype your name. I mistyped your name. I'll try that again. Nope. Still didn't get it to pop up and say you were streaming Lotro. Maybe I didn't mistype it the first time. Reading is hard. Forbin Kid says pudding doesn't work out too well in the media. If you can't eat pudding with your fingers, you're just not that hungry, Forbin Kid. In fact, there were some other people I wanted to make sure I shouted out tonight. The Jeff Pack. It looks right. Well, normally it pops up and says what the last thing is you were streaming. But the Jeff Pack is another Lotro streamer that I met for the first time, I think Wednesday. Just happened to come over and raid me. Brought a group over. They were very cool folks. I enjoyed meeting them, and also sent a follow their way. And I love shouting out other Lotro streamers. Don't be afraid to mention your channel, promote your channel. If you're streaming Lotro, you're doing the whole community a service, and I love to promote other Lotro streamers, particularly on Lotro Stream. So yeah, don't be shy about it. If you stream Lotro and I've never shouted you out, let me know, please. Love to shout out fellow Lotro streamers. Botino Bowen, the Questing Dad. I'll shout out. If you go over to Val's channel, tell her Ed said that Adele is pronounced just like the singer's name. It's Adele Valathorn. Antler says, I also made attempts on our naval battle today. You doing any streaming lately, Antler? I know you've streamed a couple of times, not Lotro, but... That was a Freudian slip. I went to type Antler 2009 and accidentally typed Angler. Not really. He's dabbled a little. Speak of the devil, there's Potino Bowen. Hi, Potine. So yeah, it's this channel isn't for my benefit. This channel is for Lord of the Rings Online's benefit. And the more I can shout out and draw viewers to other Lotro channels, I am happy to do it. Not a problem. Ooh, a burglar. Yeah, I like playing burglar. I'm fond of saying that if you've never played a burglar, you've never truly played Lord of the Rings Online. It's a terrific class, and it completely changes the dynamic of a lot of content. Also, it's probably the best class to do Goblin Town with, because you don't have to fight everything 100 times.
Megavonen.
Sounds like Poteen. I always get a Megavonen from Poteen when I pop into his channel to say hi. You know, I thought of another streamer I always enjoy popping into and saying hi. Busy Beth. If you're not popping in and saying hi to Busy Beth once in a while, you're missing the boat. Fun streamer, great sense of humor, terrific laugh. Just like listening to Busy Beth laugh. When she's laughing, it makes me feel happier. Poteen agrees. Busy Beth is awesome. And let's shout out Chris of Duke. Run the Monday Monster with her or you can't seat at the cool table. I like to pop knives out every once in a while so I can pretend my burglar might really be a champion. Champion's one of my other favorite classes. I have a lot of fun with my champs. Running away, eh? Found the key to unlock the second barricade. Okay, good. I just have to figure out where the second barricade is. That'll help. Might be this way. Nope. That's just rocks. Could be this way. Nope, that's just rocks. If I were the second barricade, where would I be? He wondered aloud. Oh, it's not all the way back to the beginning, is it? Which way did I even come from? I don't have to jump down a hole. Nope, that looks like there's no way out. This is where I came in. So, only in my humble opinion, but I regard people who stream Lotro as basically the marketing effort of Standing Stone Games. I think we play a vital role in keeping the game centered in the square of public awareness as best we can. Oh, there's a ramp down. Okay, here we go. And, you know, I like to do my part, especially since I'm a chiseling freeloader. Man, I wish there was some way I could jump down without breaking an ankle. There we go. One of the nice parts about burglaring, safe fall. Problem is, if you play a burglar for long, you don't have it on your other characters. You're like, I'll just safe fall down here, and every time you break an ankle, you're like, dang it, why am I not on a burglar? There it is. I hear they're getting rid of safe fall, but they also nerfed the debuff for falling. Hello. There is no lag, there is no lag, there is no lag. There is no lag. If I say it enough times, it's got to be true. Die, villainous scum. There we go. I see what you did there, Forbin kid. But there's a lot of missions. Svalfang's stand. Well, I got bad news for Svalfang. He's not going to enjoy what's about to happen.
What can I do for you?
We shall go forth and we shall kick tush. Apparently that's not the right way to go. Come here, you. And that was a very Zinger-like joke, Forbin Kid. I think maybe we should separate you two.
Megewonnen.
Defeat foes and destroy banners. There you have it, people. Vandalism wins wars. You learned it here in Middle-earth. I must have spelled Perwithian wrong. Oh well. And of course, Jessica the Green-Eyed Gamer. Professor Teacher G. Lots and lots of great Lotro streamers. And of course, I'm mostly shouting out people who aren't on Lotro stream with me. Don't forget Druid's Fire and Eldolith and Red Baron and Egaladwin and all the other people who contribute to Lotro stream and put in the time and effort to keep content flowing for everybody to enjoy. TD Growl. Now we'll go up and around. He did not make it. We go up the stairs. So much to learn. Good thing I love learning. Well, I've been streaming for about 7 years and I'm still no good at it, but you'll probably catch on a lot faster than I do. I'm not a smart man. I don't know if you guys notice it, but at the end of my Friday night stream, I always change the stream title and the streamer to Your Name Here, because I always want to encourage other people. Stream Lotro, learn to stream Lotro, and when you're comfortable streaming Lotro, reach out to Cordovan and apply to stream on Lotro Stream if there's a time slot available that'll work for you. You can give back a little time to the community and maybe get yourself better known to a wider Lotro audience. It's all good for everybody. A raiding party of half-orcs approaches. They will die screaming. This is my vow. See, he died screaming. I popped caltrops just for the hilarity. Finish off the raiding party? Alright, well, where the heck are the rest of them? They will die a slow, slow death. Oh, raiding party, where are you? There they are. Wow, that was a big launch. I like it. Die, villainous scum. That's kind of my battle cry. Singer says that, and it was fun for Olip to forget to change it back. Also true. Oh, man, what did I do to him one time? I knew he was coming up to stream later. So right before he streamed, I think I changed the stream title to Olip wears girls' underpants. And he forgot to change the stream title, and he actually streamed with that as the stream title. That was the best. I enjoyed that. Anyway, Inquiring Mind says, my hardest thing is copyright rules. I deal with it at work, and thought I knew the rules, but I sang just a smidge of a line, and my son said, big no-no, Mom. Long as it's not in tune. Twitch tends to be overly cautious, and don't ever feel like you're talking too much. I'd much rather have a chatty Cathy in chat than nobody saying anything. Not a problem. But yeah, Twitch doesn't want to deal with having to get contacted and have that whole system where they have to reach out to people, and that's not their happy place. So they tend to be very protective about anything that could even be construed as questionable. So they're sensitive here on Twitch, but probably more so than they need to be just from a purely legal standpoint. In my humble opinion, but again, I am not a smart man. Where is my stupid NPC? Looking for that gold ring on my mini-map. I can't summon him. There you go. Alright, let's get out of here. Thank you. That's why I always encourage Antler to sing on my streams, because there's no possible way that Twitch could detect that as being copyrighted music. Inquiring Minds says, I work for a church, and even with grandfather rules, we still have to have a license to put lyrics on the screen. Yeah. I created a Twitch channel for my cat cam. The cats category pulls in more views than Lotro. Gipio checking in. Hi, Gipio. Are you home? Are you able to play tonight? You want to run us Dunneth finally? We can get you the second and third legs in.
What can I do for you?
Die, villainous scum. Die, villainous scum. Guess it's all cleared out and we can head to the bridge. Actually not accurate anymore, only ones in the hymnal that are public domain. Yeah, a lot of those rules and regulations get reinterpreted. Uh-oh, yawning. Time for some Coke hydration, always. I've got to admit, I'm just kind of anxious to see how this plays out with anybody telling Freelancer he's wrong about something. I think this could be my most exciting stream ever. We ride for the southern courtyard and for glory. Kibio says, I am at home. And then that spam popped up. When I tried to log in with my Minstrel, the game gets stuck at the loading screen. I have a ticket in with SSG, so just waiting at this point. Freelancer says, except that I'm not. Just not willing to debate it on this channel. Okay. Fair enough, Freelancer. I thought I was wrong once, but it turned out I was just mistaken. Yeah, that's just Standing Stone's game's way of trying to nerf minstrels. Just make it so they don't load. Just the mini. You can't backstab my ally, only I can backstab people. It's a lot of dang orcs. We ride for the southern gate and for glory. Enemies launched a counterattack. Zinger does give secure advice, or does give sage advice. Yeah, you guys can talk about it on my channel. I probably won't be paying attention to chat anyway when you do, so it'd be the perfect time. Gipio says, I think what happened is I was on my Mini and used my milestone skill, and while it was loading, my internet had a hiccup. Immediately after that, I couldn't log in with the character. It's probably like Star Trek, where you got stuck in the transporter. Now all of your molecules are scrambled. The snack tonight, bacon and cheddar Cheez-Its. They are delicious.
What do you need?
I need a flatline assault rifle and some heavy ammo. I think with that I'll be able to successfully defend the wharf against attack. Oh, wrong movie. Canna checking in. I like weaponsmithing because you can make your own burglar's tools. Well, not tools, that's tailoring, I think. But, I mean, like caltrops and marbles, and those are like extra stuns. A lot of folks don't use them at all. I find them handy. I mean, it's just extra skills that are available to you if you actually bother to craft them. Ingleforth now has Apprentice Angler. Congratulations. Prospector, Forester, Scholar. Goodness gracious, can this be over already? Okay, I'm ready to be done with this now. Oh, here come more. Oh, good Lord, this is timed. You have to do it for a set period. This is tedious. Why would a burglar need metalsmith antler? That's just crazy talk. Well, that does sound like tons of fun. That does sound like a good way to do it, Zinger. Unless you want to do AoE from your minstrel and then you can't get the minstrel logged in. They did not make it. I need to wrap this up. I am out of Coke Zero. Gotta go get another soda. There is no lag, there is no lag, there is no lag. Okay, we've defeated the attackers. Thank goodness. Except for whoever's still aggroing me. That was long and tedious. Yep, Zinger's right. Bottle it up and use that hate tomorrow night on Apex. All right. Did I actually run out of missions to do here? I am quite pleased with that. Let me clean up my inventory a little bit and maybe we'll do some group stuff, everybody. Earrings from Wildwood are fairly good. I will check and see. We'll repair and we'll sell. Okay. Earring of Will, Earring of Agility. It's about on par with one of my earrings, actually. Doesn't look like it'd be a big upgrade. Ooh, excuse me.
Can I speak with you a moment?
You may not. No speaking with me, please. Okay, I'm going to grab something fresh to drink. Everybody else, take a break, stretch, grab a beverage, grab a snack. Chair stream hype. And I'm back. And I'm excited to be back. The earnings from Wildwood are fairly good. You probably have enough tokens for one. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I just got done checking on the earrings. I don't think I have any fresh fish to put in the chest. I did that last night. But I definitely have enough task items to turn in. And that will also net me a bunch of experience points. I've got plenty of punctured shields. What else do I have a lot of? Decorative sword sheaths. Perfect. And why do we do task item turn-ins every day, boys and girls? They're good and good for you. You get experience points, item experience points, worsted experience points. You earn titles, you earn cosmetics, you earn reputation points. And mostly it just helps get junk out of your bags in a way that's much better than just selling it off to a vendor. I mean, you do want to have a lot of gold on hand because it will help you buy my fish from the auction house. But, you know, you can use other things besides gold. just finished task at hand, so I wasn't expecting to run into another one. Oh, finished now. This is already good to go. Character boosts, legendary item boosts, crafting materials. There we go. Alright, that should be 10 out of 10 for task item turn-ins. Task limit reached. Virtue cap reached. So I had been working on determination again. What else do we have? Discipline. We can level up discipline some more. Task limit 10 of 10. I'm actually pretty close to level 74. Essence Reclamation Scroll. Small Reputation Accelerator. Bingo, Tome of Extraordinary Experience. Mr. Christoph checking in. How does it clear stuff from your inventory? Glares at the nearly full bags. Nearly full is the key word. If it wasn't for task item turn-ins, I'd be completely out of bag space. I will salute Mr. Christoph's arrival with a cold, refreshing Coke Zero. Good to see you, sir.
Hello there.
Changing Mr. K into a Mrs. Oh, bad typing on my part. There we go. Gotta loosen up the fingers. Ninth Pawn checking in. Hi, Ninth Pawn. How are you? So now for the real question. Do I punish myself with more missions, or do we actually go do something fun as a group? Let's see who's all on. Freelancer's on is 150. Egarther's on. Forbin Kid's on. Zinger's on as Burglar. Well, we'll send out some invites and see who bites. Freelancer, are you otherwise occupied? You got any interest in jumping on a medium level character and joining us for some misadventures? Singer says, I can be on something else if need be, depending. I don't know we'll do anything particularly ambitious, but... thought maybe depending on how many folks join me, we could do Warg Pens or do Storm on Methedrus or whatever you guys suggest. We did the 3-man version of some of the Mirkwood skirmishes. We could certainly do the 6-man versions if you guys were interested in that. Looks like Freelancer's still switching things up. Also, if I can finish up just a couple more things on the new PC, I think it'll be ready to swap in for tomorrow night's stream. I didn't want to mess anything up for Lotro stream, but I've got OBS and Chatty loaded on it, and it should be ready to go. So the only way I'm going to have it ready to stream on is if I actually start streaming on it. Rotate out my current PC and plug in the new one and get the cameras and the monitors hooked up to it and go. It's a little bit like jumping from a 400 horsepower car to a 650 horsepower car just to drive to the grocery store, but yeah, whatever. Turned out nice. I'm happy with the new build. Got to install the latest dance party drivers, exactly. Plus, think how much better those dance parties are going to look with 20 gigs of video memory. Let's see what we got for instances. Excuse me. Yeah, I definitely needed to mute that. Let's go through the Mirkwood stuff just for giggles. I'm going to run it at 78th level. Antler's heading off. Antler, have a good night. Have a good day at work tomorrow. It's going to be a cold weekend and everybody's going to be bored, so you'll be busy at the bowling alley.
The prisoners must be rescued swiftly.
Sorry, Freelancer, what'd you say?
You don't have to run it higher on my account.
No, I get more experience that way. I'm basically using you guys to help power level me so we can go do level 75 stuff sooner rather than later. I'm almost to 74 now. Trust me that my motives are almost purely selfish. And Crasher makes 5. Zinger has claimed the courtyard. We've got a counterattack coming, so shove the hunter to the front. Let him tank it for us. We can press on.
See, some people are feeling a little bit of lag watching people jump around.
Yeah, there's definitely been a little bit going on tonight. Pick up those bat wings. We can ship them off to Norath and sell them. Spawn of Angband. That's a new one on me. Teeth gnashing and bones. He got stomped.
Humble.
Gantaran checking in. Hi, Gantaran. We got room for one more if you know anybody who might want to log in to join us.
Treasure cache here.
Congrats.
Thank you. Like I said, I was pretty close to 74. If I completely blow off our naval battle this weekend, I can get to 75 easy. Treasure cache is for 90 on up, isn't it?
Yes, I'm just going to get out there.
Okay. Bacchus checking in. Hi, Bacchus. Dang it, Ed. That's the one we wanted. Anybody needs to repair or sell, go ahead and take a
Dol
minute.
Guldur is a labyrinth of tight hallways and open courtyards. The Necromancer's Gate marks the entry into the heart of the fortress.
and 5. See if anybody else from the kinship's logged in. They are not. So we are clear to proceed.
Step. Run out there in the middle of that bridge. Everybody gets feared.
That's alright. It's a good view of the fell beast. Gortag did not make it. A hardy Guldur Rage Mistress. That sounds very familiar to me. Like maybe there's one out in my living room right now. Well done.
The bailies of Dol Guldur are highly fortified, nearly impenetrable, and the finest of the enemy's soldiers defend within. Before the rest of the fortress can be assaulted, these must be taken.
I think we're just missing Egarther for the moment. I'll go grab another soda. Share stream height. Okay, thanks for waiting, gentlemen. I am ready when you are. You can wait in anytime. And we get a Carghoul above us running his pie hole. So you finally come to me. I am not yet convinced you are worthy of soiling my blade. Perhaps you will prove me wrong. Open the gates, destroy these mongrels. He did not make it. Owen32 checking in. Hi, Owen. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. We're just running some of the Mirkwood instances I just got unlocked on Wednesday. We ride for the tower and for glory. Ouch. The hell, I'm still rooted. There we go. I thought we were going to miss the whole Carghoul fight.
Date break works against that.
There we go, X-Fell Beast. Well done, everybody. Well, I don't know if Owen's had much of a chance to do any streaming as of late, but we'll shout Owen out anyway. Grand Theft Auto 5. Guys, I really appreciate you running with me tonight. However, I'm about ready to turn into a pumpkin. I've got to be up in about 5 hours to drive Mrs. M. So let's call it a stream. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Let's see which of our other Lotro streaming friends is up and running right now. We might actually get a chance to raid El Galadwin's not streaming Lotro, actually. Ah, perfect. Well, French Girl Gaming is up and streaming. We will go raid her. So thanks to everybody who hung out with us tonight. Thank you to Egarther, to Forbin Kid, to Freelancer, to Zinger for running with me tonight. Appreciate the help getting some extra XP on. I will try to get 74th wrapped up before Wednesday, and maybe we can do some Isengard stuff. I think that would be fun. Yeah, have a great weekend, everybody. I'll be on my channel tomorrow night, probably playing Apex Legends badly, so try to avoid that if at all possible. And then Sunday night is usually World of Warships, so you can come by and say hello anytime. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you all soon. Thanks again.
I put 3 of those videos of those Jewish gentlemen under general.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll really appreciate the way they do Sultan Swing. Which, yeah, I mean, what's funny is, so I got into watching Reaction Channel,
Mm-hmm.
and people always immediately fall in love with that song. There's songs that people need to, you know, hear a few times before they really like, yeah, this is really good. But Sultan Swing, everybody's like, this is such a smooth groove. Nobody doesn't like that song.
Well, that whole album is like that too. I just
Yeah.
absolutely love that whole album.
Well, he's a great storyteller, and these are all